Hello, good afternoon, teacher. I am going to speak about the cultural diversity. I think this topic is very important because we have to know some concepts about the culture. The culture mainly includes the values, the beliefs, the attitude, the language, the symbols, and behaviors and customs in about a particular group of people that are down from generation to generation. Often, a culture, the concept of culture, are defined as the set of rules because each culture provides standards of living. From my point of view, I consider that there are four basic characteristics of culture. The first is the culture is learned. It is taught to others, and the children learn patterns of behaviors from adults and develop attitudes that they observe that are accepted by others. And then culture is shared. Common practice and beliefs are with others in cultural groups. Culture is in a social nature. Individuals in the group understand appropriate behaviors based on traditions that they have been passed from generation to generation. Then, the culture is a dynamic because the culture group is constantly changed and there are new ideas that generate standards of behaviors. Then, what is the concept of cultural diversity? It's a system of beliefs and behaviors that recognize and respect the presence of all the diverse groups in a society, respecting their sociocultural difference and encourage all these groups with an inclusive cultural context which empower all the organization or the society. And then I think the problem is when we not accept others and when we devaluate someone. Why? Because they don't look similar than me or because they look different. So I think the reason of this devaluate when we devaluate someone only show the lack of knowledge that we have about this particular group of about this subculture group. So, what should we do to accept and understand others? That's a very important question because we have to keep in mind the values and to practice the tolerance, and we never prejudge men because if we observe that people don't think similar than me or the people don't look similar than me, I think that they are wrong. But it's important to think, it's important to study and to learn about why they are different and learn as much as I can about this situation before I say prejudged about these people. Here in Mexico, that is one of the countries with a great cultural diversity in the world. And here in Guanajuato state, there are ethnical indigenous population such as Chichimecas, Otomies, and Nahuatls. And now we have to understand that we are different and the different that they have in their culture and in our culture, and they can lead to acceptance because we live in the same state, we live in the same city, and the respect is the most important because we need to recognize the difference of the society, and it's important to respect the people, to respect the religions, and to respect the origin on the traditions. because we live and we have interaction and we have a relationship every day here in the city, in the state, and even in the country, and to practice the value of the tolerance. And nowadays, this ethnical indigenous population are subject of discrimination, and only this situation show that we have a lack of knowledge of our own culture and of our traditions and all this huge cultural diversity that we have in our country. That's all, teacher. Thank you very much.